Good morning, dear students. I am Nita Lakhadeve, madam, from Sri Deshikendra Vidyalaya, Latur. We have learned part 1 of the story, The Necklace, in our previous period. Now, today, we will learn part 2 of the story, The Necklace, in this period. So, open your English book, page number 28. Standard 9, subject English 1.5, The Necklace, part 2. At first, we will learn the summary of part 2 of the story, The Necklace. In part 1, we saw Mathilde lost Madame Forestier's necklace. Mathilde and her husband searched for the necklace, but in vain. Mr. Loisel went to the police, newspapers, cab companies, but there was no use. 1 week later, they went to some jewelers. They saw a similar necklace for 40,000 francs. Mr. Loisel had 18,000 francs. They went to moneylender. Then they brought the necklace for 36,000 francs. Mathilde did housework. Her husband worked overtime. This went on for 10 years. One day, she saw Madame Forestier, who did not recognize this old hagged Mathilde. Mathilde had lost Forestier's artificial necklace and had returned a genuine diamond necklace. Her husband was kind and considerate person. He wanted to give the best to his wife to fulfill her needs, even though he was so poor. पहा, आपण पार्ट 1 मध्ये पाहिलं होतं की मॅथिल्डे जी आहे तिच्या पतीसोबत पार्टीला जाते आणि घरी आल्यावर तिच्या लक्षात येतं की तो नेकलेस जे आहे ते नेकलेस या ठिकाणी हरवलेला आहे. ते दोघे पण तो हार शोधतात पण त्यांना तो मिळत नाही. म्हणून ते 36,000 फ्रँक्सला तसाच दिसणारा नेकलेस विकत घेतात आणि मग मॅथिल्डे तो विकत घेतलेला हार मादाम फॉरेस्टियरला देते. तो हार विकत घेण्यासाठी त्यांनी लोन घेतलेलं असतं आणि ते लोन फेडण्यासाठी त्यांना 10 वर्ष लागतात. 10 वर्षानंतर परत मॅथिल्डे आणि तिची मैत्रीण मादाम फॉरेस्टियर यांची भेट होते आणि भेट झाल्यानंतर मॅथिल्डे तिला पूर्ण स्टोरी सांगते. त्यावेळेला तिची मैत्रीण म्हणजेच मादाम फॉरेस्टियर असं सांगते की तो हार खोटा होता, म्हणजे ती इमिटेशन ज्वेलरी होती आणि त्याची किंमत फक्त 500 फ्रँक होती, म्हणजे फक्त 500 फ्रँक होती. हे तिला नंतर कळतं आणि त्याच्यासाठी तिला 10 वर्ष आपली घालवावी लागतात. नाव we will learn part 2 of this story line by line. Okay. They looked in the folds of her dress, in the folds of her clothes, in her pockets, everywhere, but they could not find it. Are you sure you still had it on when you left the hall? He asked her. Yes, I touched it in the hall at the minute. But if you had lost it in the street, we would have heard it fall. It must be in the cab. Yes, that's probably it. Did you take his number? No. Look at this picture. Mr. Loisel and Mrs. Loisel looked in the folds of Mathilde's dress, in the folds of her cloak. It means a garment worn over other cloth. It has no sleeves and fastens at the neck. That time, they could not find it. Mr. Loisel asked, "Are you sure you still had it on when you left the hall?" That time, Mathilde said, "Yes, I touched it in the hall at the ministry." That time, Mr. Loisel said, "If you had lost it in the street, we would have heard it fall. It must be in the cab." That time, Mathilde asked, "That's probably it. Did you take his number?" Mr. Loisel answered, "No." Next. They stared at each other, stunned. At last, Loisel put his clothes on again. "I am going back," he said. "Over the whole route we walked and see if I can find it." He left. She remained in her ball dress all night, her mind blank. Her husband returned at about 7 o'clock. He had found nothing. He went to the police, to the newspapers to offer a reward, to the cab company. Everywhere, the tiniest glimmer of hope led him. She waited all day in despair at this frightful disaster. Glimmer, glimmer, it means faint or very light. Mr. Loisel and Mrs. Loisel stared at each other. They looked at each other. Then Loisel put his clothes on again, and he said he is going back. Over the whole route, they walked and see if he can find it. Her husband returned at about 7 o'clock, and he had found nothing. He went everywhere. He went to the police, to the newspaper, to the cab company. And the tiniest glimmer of hope, led him. Glimmer of hope, it means a small sign of hope. She waited all day in despair at this frightful disaster. Look at this picture. Next. Loisel returned in the evening. A hollow pen figure, he had found nothing. "You must write to your friend," he said. "Tell her you have broken the clasp of her necklace and that you are having it mended. It will give us time to look some more." She wrote as he dictated. At the end of 1 week, they had lost all hope. And Loisel, who suddenly looked aged, declared, "We must consider how to replace the jewel." Jewel, it means here the diamond necklace. And so they went from jeweler to jeweler, looking for a necklace like the other one, consulting their memories, both sick with grief and anguish. Look at this picture. Mr. Loisel returned in the evening, a hollow pale figure. He had found nothing. He asked her to tell her you have broken the clasp of her necklace. Clasp, clasp, it means fastener. Fastener, it means fasa. It will give us time to look there. Mathilde wrote as her husband dictated. At the end of 1 week, they had lost all hope. Look at this picture. And Mr. Loisel looked aged, declared, "We must consider how to replace the jewel." So they went from jeweler to jeweler, looking for a necklace like the other one, consulting their memories, both sick with grief and anguish. With grief and anguish, it means mentally ill because of great sadness and pain. Next. In a shop at Palais Royal, they found a string of diamonds, which seemed to be exactly what they were looking for. It was worth 40,000 francs. They could have it for 36,000. So they begged the jeweler not to sell it for 3 days, and they made an arrangement that he would take it back for 34,000 francs for if the other necklace was found before the end of February. Loisel had 18,000 francs, which his father had left him. He would borrow the rest. Look at this picture. Mr. Loisel and Mrs. Loisel found a string of diamonds, which seemed to be exactly what they were looking for. Look at this diamond necklace. And the price was 40,000 francs. And they could have it for 36,000. They made an arrangement that he would take it back for 34,000 francs. At first, they begged the jeweler not to sell it for 3 days, and they made an arrangement. Arrangement was the jeweler would take it back for 34,000 francs if the other necklace was found before the end of February. Okay. Mr. Loisel had 18,000 francs, which his father had left for him. He would borrow the rest. Next. I will ask question. What was the arrangement with the jeweler? Do you think it was fair? Try to give answer. Tell me the arrangement. What was the arrangement? Okay. Yes, I think the arrangement was fair. They made an arrangement that the jeweler would take back the necklace for 34,000 francs if the other necklace was found before the end of February. Okay, next. And he did borrow. He gave notes, made ruinous agreements, dealt with every type of money lender. Then he went to get the new necklace and laid down on the jeweler's counter 36,000 francs. When Madame Loisel took the necklace back, Madame Forestier said coldly, "You should have returned it sooner. I might have needed it." And Mr. Loisel did borrow. They made ruinous agreements. Then he went to get the new necklace and laid down on the jeweler's counter 36,000 francs. How cost was 36,000 francs. Madame Loisel took the necklace. When Madame Loisel took the necklace back, Madame Forestier said coldly, "You should have returned it sooner. I might have needed it." Next. From then on, Madame Loisel knew the horrible life of the very poor, but she played her part heroically. The dreadful debt must be paid. She would pay it. They dismissed their maid. They changed their lodgings. They rented a garret under the roof. Look at this picture. From then, Madame Loisel knew the horrible life, terrible life of very poor. But Mathilde played her part heroically. The dreadful debt must be paid. So they dismissed their maid. They changed their lodgings. They rented a garret. Garret, it means a small, uncomfortable room at the top of the house. Okay, next. I will ask one question. Try to give answer of this question. Who is Madame Loisel? Simple question. Who is Madame Loisel? Tell me. Okay. Madame Loisel is Mathilde. Okay, next. Why does Madame Forestier speak coldly to Mathilde? Try to give answer. Okay. Madame Forestier was getting her necklace back after so many days, and she also wondered how someone can borrow something and not return it immediately. By speaking coldly, Madame Forestier expressed her anger and displeasure. Okay, she expressed her anger and displeasure. Next, she came to know the drudgery of housework, the odious labors to the kitchen. She washed the dishes, the dirty linen. She carried the garbage down to the street every morning and carried up the water, stopping at each landing to catch her breath, and dressed like a commoner. She had to bargain at markets, quarrel, and face insults over every miserable soup. Each month they had to pay some loans, renew others, get more time. Look at this picture. Mathilde came to know the drudgery of housework. Mathilde washed the dishes, the dirty linen. She carried the garbage down to the street. Each month they had to pay some loans, renew others, and she dressed like a commoner. Next, her husband worked extra every evening doing accounts for a tradesman and often late into the night. He sat copying a manuscript at 5 sous a page. And this life lasted 10 years. At the end of 10 years, they have paid off everything, even the interest. Sou, sou it means French coin. French coin of low value used in the past. Her husband, it means Mr. Loisel, worked extra every evening doing accounts for a tradesman. He sat copying a manuscript at 5 sous a page, and this life lasted 10 years. Okay, next. What is meant by the horrible life of the very poor? What is meant by the horrible life of the very poor? Try to give answer. Tell me. Okay, next. Madame Loisel condemned her own life as a wife of clerk. She thought she was poor and had a small house. Now she realized that she was much better than the poor, who had no food to eat and no place to stay. Okay, next. Madame Loisel looked old now. Often she brooded over the past. What would have happened if she had not lost that necklace? How strange life is, how fickle, how little is needed for one to be ruined or saved. Brooded it means thought sadly, unhappily. Look at this picture. Now, Madame Loisel, it means Mathilde, looked old. She thought sadly, what would have happened if she had not lost that necklace? Okay, how little is needed for one to be ruined or saved. Next, one Sunday, as she was walking in the Champs-Élysées, suddenly she saw Madame Forestier, still young, still beautiful, still charming. Madame Loisel felt emotional. Should she speak to her? Yes, of course. And now that she had paid, she would tell her all. Why not? She went up to her. Good morning, Jenny. Look at this picture. One day, Mathilde was walking. She saw Madame Forestier. Madame Forestier was still young, still beautiful, still charming. Mathilde felt emotional. She went up to her and said, Good morning, Jenny. Next. The other, astonished to be addressed so familiarly by this common woman, did not recognize her. She stammered, But madam, I don't know. You must have made a mistake. No, I am Mathilde Loisel. Her friend uttered a cry. Oh, my poor Mathilde, how you have changed. Yes, I have had some hard times. since I last saw you, and many miseries, and all because of you. Look at this picture. The other, astonished to be addressed so familiarly. Familiarly, it means showing closeness, familiarity by this common woman. Madame Forrester did not recognize her. She said, I don't know. You must have made a mistake. That time Mathilde said, no, I am Madame Blanche. Her friend, Madame Forrester uttered, how you have changed. That time, Mathilde said, yes, I have had some hard times. And since I last saw you, and many miseries, and all because of you. Next, me. How can that be? You remember that diamond necklace that you lent me to wear to the ministry party? Yes, well, I lost it. What do you mean? You brought it back? Look at this picture. Madame Forrester said, me, how can that be? That time Mathilde said, you remember that diamond necklace you lent me to wear to the ministry party? Well, I lost it. That time Madame Forrester said, you brought it back? Okay, next. I brought you back another exactly like it. And it has taken us 10 years to pay for it. It wasn't easy for us. We had very little, but at last it is over and I am very glad. That time Mathilde said, I brought you back another exactly like it. And it has taken us 10 years to pay it. Now I am very glad. At last it is over. Next. Madame Forestier was stunned. You say that you bought a diamond necklace to replace mine? Yes, you didn't notice them. They were very similar. And she smiled with proud and innocent pleasure. Madame Forestier, deeply moved, took both her hands. Oh, my poor Mathilde. Mine was an imitation. It was worth 500 francs at most. Look at this picture. Madame Forestier was stunned. She said, you bought a diamond necklace to replace mine? And Madame Forestier also said, it was an imitation. It was worth 500 francs at most. Look at this picture. The necklace was an imitation jewelry, and its price was only 500 francs. And Mathilde replaced the necklace, imitation necklace, by given her diamond necklace. Okay, this story is adapted from the necklace by Daisy Mukasa. Here we have completed our part second. We'll ask one question. Who do you think was responsible for Mathilde's misery? Was it her friend, she herself, her husband, or the circumstances? Try to give answer of this question. Okay, try. Okay. It was Mathilde who was mainly responsible for her misery. She should have been satisfied with what she had and not borrowed from her friend. I am sure that circumstances were also responsible for the entire unhappy event. The loss of the necklace caused all the trouble. Next, read the table of word forms given below. Look at this table. Base form, yes form, past tense, present participle, past participle. The base form. At first, we will learn one example. Base form give, yes form give, past tense gave, present participle giving, past participle given. Give, given, give, gave, given. Yes form gives and present participle giving. The base form is used as an infinitive. Example, look at I go to school. Here base form is used. Next, yes form. We use yes form with he, she, it, third person singular subject to show the simple present. Give, draw, eat, like, etc. The past tense form. The past tense form has ed at the end, but many commonly used verbs have different past tense forms. Example, give, give, different past tense form. Come, came, like this. Next, present participle. The ing form is known as the present participle. It is used with forms of be to show continuous action. Giving, drawing, eating. Example, she was eating, like this. Next, past participle. The past participle used with forms of have shows completed action. For example, given, drawn, eaten, I have eaten. It is also used in passive construction. Now, read the table of word forms. Make a table of word forms. Add new words to your table from time to time. Read again and again. Okay. Next, write new words and their meaning in your classwork notebook. Read again and again. Write in-text questions. It means margin questions in your classwork notebook. Read again and again. Okay, dear students, here we have completed our part second of the story, The Necklace. Solve English worksheet